Hey guys, welcome back to Maison Malli. I'm Malli, and today we're doing part 2 of my LV tell-all. Hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's so good to see you guys. Today we are doing part 2 of my LV tell-all. In April, I did a video where I shared all of the deepest secrets of Louis Vuitton. You guys asked the questions, I gave all the answers, and that video has done phenomenally well. So if you haven't seen it yet, you guys can check it out after this video. But I think it's like at 29,000 views right now in less than a month. So I know that you guys are really liking it. So I figured I'd give you what you want, which is part 2. Now, I actually got all of the questions for part 2 on that video. So in the comments, you guys left me so many questions and I had a lot to choose from. These are the questions we're getting into. First question is from Samantha, and she wants to know, what does the average client buy? What are the best sellers? Anything unexpected? So I think it's probably what you guys expect. It's not unexpected at all. I would say the average client buys a Neverfull. So every day we would start out with like, I don't know, 30 Neverfulls, and by the end of the day, we would have sold 30 Neverfulls. Like, it's everybody's dream bag. It's a great starter bag for people, and so it's definitely the bag that we sold the most, along with Speedies and Alma BBs. Anything unexpected? Believe it or not, people are actually still buying Louis Vuitton trunks. I don't know if you guys know, but that's how Louis Vuitton got his start as a packer, and that's how the brand came to be, by the Vuitton family making trunks for long journeys. And so people are still buying trunks today. Danny, who asked a question in the last video, says, another question, Malli, should you tell your essay that you have a luxury YouTube channel, pros and cons? So I don't like telling people my business. People at work don't know that I have a YouTube channel. Like, I don't talk about it because I just don't want to mix those two worlds. It's completely up to you if you want to share that with your advisor. I don't know. I don't see any pluses or minuses to it. Like, they're not going to treat you poorly because you have a channel or you don't. I have helped big YouTubers at LV before, and because maybe they didn't disclose, I didn't know, but I've definitely helped people who did disclose, or like clients were coming up to them like, oh my God, I love your channel. And sometimes people do the most, you know, like they feel as though because they have a channel or things like that, they have special privileges. And I'm definitely the kind of advisor where I treat everybody the same. So whether I know you're a billionaire or I know that this is your first bag, I treat everybody with the same level of respect, and no one gets special treatment. So if you have a YouTube channel, that would mean nothing to me. Someone else asked, actually our friend Nicole says, why is the quality going down while the price keeps going up? Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question. I think it's just greediness, because you know, LV is supposed to be like this reputable brand that makes these amazing products, and it has just shifted a lot throughout of the years because so many people want it, and instead of like slowing down and making quality products, they're trying to meet people's demands, and so the pieces just aren't what they used to be. Alrighty, so my coffee friend Colby asked, hey Mrs. Malli, I have 2 questions for part 2. 1, have you ever had to call the police on someone in the store? And 2, what was one rule that you think was crazy? We have definitely called the police on clients before. I will save it for a story time. But yes, just know things do get crazy. I think like the most generic one is calling the police on clients because they have stolen. I've been in many situations where people have stolen and I had to tell them like, you stole. So yeah, we do call the police on people. Believe it or not, they're pretty generous though at Louis Vuitton. Like, if you steal, they'll just ask for their stuff back for the most part, and then, you know, have you go on your way. But if you have stolen and like left, they're definitely calling the police, making a report, and then they're gonna find you, and you know, you do not pass go, you do not collect $200, you just go to jail. What was one rule that you think was crazy? A rule at LV that I thought was crazy. I will have to come back to that one. I can't think of any crazy rules now that I've been so removed from there. I will think about that and I'll come back to it. Someone asked this question, how's the discount for non-seasonal items? I did answer that question in part 1, so check that out. But the second part of their question was, did people get in trouble for sharing their discounts? Yes, people got in trouble for sharing their discounts. Again, I'm saving all this stuff for fun story times, but I will say, like, a lot of luxury brands have a great loss prevention presence in their stores and also online. So especially with a brand like Louis Vuitton, let's say you worked there and you sold something online, they kind of know, because they know what they're selling to the employees, and they can track you down. And I've seen people lose their jobs for it, not get arrested, because it's not like something you can get arrested for, like you bought it, but definitely lost their jobs, yes. Alrighty, so this was long. It was from Teresa, but I am going to read it and I'm going to answer it because I understand client frustrations, but I also have the point of view of the business. So she says, thanks for the video. LV was my favorite brand. At my local LV store in Austin, you now have to make an appointment to walk into the store. I miss the days of browsing without needing to have an essay all the times. I own many LV bags, and part of the fun is going back to the store a few times to see the bag I'm interested in before I actually purchase it. I don't want to waste their time with me if I know I am still undecided. I had a repair and they would not let me in without an appointment. I had to return the next day. In my opinion, this is LV wasting the customer's time having to make another trip. Why do they require appointments now? Seems like they will miss out on impulse buys. Thanks. Alrighty, so as a consumer, I completely understand your frustration, like just wanting to be able to pop into a store. Me myself though, everywhere I go, I do make an appointment, and I think that's just because I work in luxury retail, so I understand like the ins and outs of that world. If you make an appointment, it doesn't mean that you have to buy things. Like at my job, we make appointments and people come in and they don't always buy. They might have a question, and that's okay. Like, we want to help you. We're not trying to create these like exclusive environments where it's like only some people can come in and other people can come in, because people say that all the time. That's just not what it is. One, with COVID, I think it's just a lot of safety precautions. That's where that really stemmed from. Two, a lot of theft has been going on lately in luxury retail. So you guys have seen those videos where people are like storming stores and grabbing a lot of things and leaving. Now brands are trying to take better control of that, because when the doors are wide open, anything can happen. So I think those are two big reasons. But in addition to that, I think that customers are actually really enjoying the appointment system. Like, clients like it that they can make their appointment, they can be seen at their appointed time, they have a full hour, it's uninterrupted, they can, you know, chat with you, talk with you, catch up, buy what they want to buy, ask their questions, and then go. As a client advisor, I know in the past it was really frustrating when there was a lot of people in the store and you're trying to help one person, but then there's this person here and they're like, well, you're not helping me because you think I'm dressed this way, or you think I'm that, but really we're just one person, right? And when you're being pulled in 20 different directions, that can be really hard. So I know clients like it, but for us, I love it. I love the appointment systems. I love it that I can meet my client for the hour. I can get to know them properly. I can give them my undivided attention, and they can pick out what they want. If they just have questions, that's okay too. So I really truly feel that's why brands are now doing this appointment system, because it's just giving that more elevated luxury service that you actually deserve. You did say a bit about they're missing out on spontaneous buyers. Honestly, keeping it 100, I think that the appointment system actually makes people buy more. So it's kind of like you just said, like, you may come in several times to browse. I think it kind of weeds out browsers. Sorry, I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, I've seen people, like, if they didn't have someone to help them, they would just keep going. But if they were serious about buying something, they would wait to be let in and they would actually make a purchase. And honestly, Most of these luxury brands are doing like plus 40% over LY, plus 30% over LY. They're all doing really great. So I don't think that missing out on the spontaneous buyer is a concern because they have so many people that are buying. Alrighty, moving on. So Lula LV says, excellent video. She's talking about the last one. Thank you. Does it make a difference to order an item from your CA instead of ordering it online? Is it just making more work for the CA or worth it to help make their sales quota? At Louis Vuitton in particular, it depends. Now, if it's a canvas piece and you can find it online, I would tell my clients, please go right ahead, order it. Because one, canvas pieces at that time at least were really hard to find. And two, remember the commission, like a Neverfull was $2,000. For $2,000, they got $2 in commission on that bag. So it's a lot of work for $2, especially when those pieces were hard to find. So if you can find it online, go right ahead. I know for my clients, so these are people that I work with all the time, if they wanted me to find them a Neverfull, that's no problem because they're loyal to me, I'm loyal to them. Even though I'm just making $2 on it, like giving them a great experience is more important to me. Now, if you wanted to buy things like shoes, jewelry, leather bags, ready to wear, any of those other categories, then I would say definitely reach out to your advisor and have them assist you in purchasing it because one, that's their whole job, and two, the commission is actually okay. It could be better at Louis Vuitton, but okay. All right, Kit Kat says, the client profile, does it go across every store? For example, an LV from a boutique inside Saks versus a standalone store. How far back in time does the profile go? Does it include online purchases? So currently the profile includes all of your purchases. So it includes online, it includes in store. The database is just for the US. So anywhere you shop in the US, your client advisor will be able to see it. If you're not loyal, they'll be able to see you're not loyal. If you're buying here and returning there, they'll be able to see that as well. So keep that in mind when you're making your purchases. Alrighty, next question is from Kimberly. She says, with your experience under at least 2 luxury brands, what do you think makes a luxury company good to work for versus good under which to be their purchasing repeat customer? Versus good under which to be their purchasing repeat customer. I don't understand the second half of the question, but I think what makes a good luxury brand is a brand that cares about their people, cares about the people that works for them and values family. Because at the end of the day, if your people are happy, your clients are automatically going to be happy. It's a no-brainer, right? If you're treating your people well, then your people will be treating your clients well. It's easy as that. In addition to that, I will say exemplary product, like well-made product. Luxury should be well-made. It should be all about the detail. It should be in the craftsmanship. So I think if you're partnering, treating your people well with great product, it's a win. Next question is from a Taylor. 1, does LV repair service apply to pre-loved, pre-owned pieces? And 2, is an LV receipt required to request a repair? So Louis Vuitton is actually really great about repair services. No, you do not need a receipt for a piece that you want to get repaired. As long as they can deem that piece to be authentic, it doesn't matter who bought it, you can take it in for a repair. Now, I will also say, there are dogs barking outside. I will also say, let's say it's a new piece and, you know, maybe you bought it from someone and they hadn't had it for a long time, under 5 years, and something happens to the bag. Typically, if you have a receipt, like, you would get a complimentary repair. But if you can't prove proof of purchase, then you will not get a complimentary repair. I need to get this done, so we're just gonna disregard the doggies outside. But yes, Totes was saying, I heard if you buy more than 12 in 1 year, you will be banned from buying ever again. Is that true? I'm obsessed with LV. I'm here to tell you, I think that the website takes it a little bit more serious than in store, because managers actually have the ability to override those bans. So do you think that people who are VICs are only buying 12 things a year. Like, no, they're not. They are getting every single thing and they're overriding it for them. I think that the website takes it a lot more seriously. So if you're purchasing online a lot, you might run into that problem. But if you actually have a client advisor, they can help you get what you want past the limits. Alrighty, so this question is a little bit different. They're asking if they have pieces that they want repaired, can they bring them in and have those pieces added to their profile, those gifted pieces? And no, you cannot. You can't have past purchases added to your profile. Only as you go can you have things added to your profile. So no, you cannot. Okay, next question. This person wants to know, what do I think about the Alma BB and Damier Azur print with braided handle for spring collection 2022? Would I recommend it? It's over $2,000. I mean, it's totally up to you. I feel as though LV adds a lot of extra things on so that they can up the price, like the additional handle, things like that. Damier Azur is very, very hard to take care of. So I think if you know that it's just going to be a sometimes bag, that's what I used to tell clients, it's totally fine. But if it's something that you want to wear every day, I probably would not suggest getting an Alma BB in Azur. I do think that over $2,200 is a lot though for a canvas bag. So I wouldn't personally do it, but you know, YOLO, live your best life. Alrighty, so one of our final questions is, what is the client advisor's commission rates? Honestly, they vary across the board. So I remember when I was there, which I'm pretty sure it's still the same because I haven't heard anything about changes from friends. So I remember when I was there, they did 3%, actually 4% on the high end. So that included watches, jewelry, trunks, exotics, so on and so forth. But then everything else was pretty lackluster. Like it was 1% on shoes, it was 0.5% on accessories, 0.10% on canvas. So not the best of commission. So honestly, if you didn't sell a lot of high end, then your commission check would kind of suck. You could really sell $300,000 and earn like $500 to like $1,300 in commission. Yes. And I just thought that that was really unfair while we're on this, because how many people are actually walking into Louis Vuitton every single day and buying a trunk or buying an exotic bag or buying jewelry and watches, right? Jewelry and watches, okay, you can kind of finesse clients into getting it here and there, but a trunk, like, come on. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. One person asked, do I think the costume jewelry is worth it? No, I do not. It tarnishes. That's what I got for you. Last question is going to be the employee discount. So what is the Louis Vuitton employee discount? Right now it's 30%. So you get 30% off of anything that you would like to buy. There is usually a cap though on leather goods. So if you wanted to buy wallets and bags, you had $3,000 a year that you could spend in wallets and bags after the discount before taxes. So that was pretty capped. So honestly, you could probably just get like one nice bag a year. Everything else though was unlimited, which I loved. So you could get as many shoes, accessories, clothing, anything else that you wanted, you could get it for 30% off. Alrighty guys, I think that's it. This wraps up part 2 of the Louis Vuitton tell-all. Guys, thank you so much for, you know, dropping by and asking these questions. You never know, there might be a part 3 depending on if you guys drop comments down below, and also hit the subscribe button and the like button. Guys, don't forget, outside of Louis Vuitton, I'm obsessed with coffee. And if y'all love Maison Malli, go ahead and check out my coffee videos too, because I've got some really fun recipes that I think you'd love. As always, guys, thank you for stopping by Maison Malli, and I'll see you guys next time.